This is Wosnice or Wosnice by Bartson V3, 235.89 megabytes to download. This does require some mods for it to be downloaded. There is 5 of them in total. 3 of them are by Bartson V3 themselves. That is Machine Shelter, Old Grain Mill and Old Cowshed for Cows. And then there is one by Presmec 23433, and that is Medium Garage, and the other one is by Barney, and that is Farmhouse. They will download automatically when you start downloading this map. And the cool thing about FS22 is if you load it into this map and you haven't selected those mods, it will throw up a warning for you asking you if you want to install them and load the map up. So that's pretty cool. So you can't load the map up without them. It will always tell you. The description is fairly long, so I'll just take a few little snippets. So it's been adapted for precision farming. It's got one farm on there, 126 fields, 11 different sales station, sawmill, lime station, dairy, forest, new grass textures, snow on roofs in winter. It says 50 toys to find on there. Place to build your farm, 5 uploaded new buildings to be constructed, and then there's a little write up there about it being converted over from FS19. I do remember it from there, just about what's been improved and changed. Basically, again, a few little bits. A new part of the map has been added with 14 new fields. So yeah, pretty cool. So let's go and check it out, guys. And here we are, guys. This is where you start off in all 3 modes. This is the map. So it's a Polish map, I'm led to believe. It's not a huge map either, and you've got sort of smallish fields. There is some larger ones. Then you've got like these long, thin fields that sometimes we get on the Polish maps. So I'm in new farmer mode here. And in new farmer mode you get 3 plots. So you get this plot, which has got our main farm on, and also cow barn, sleep trigger, etc. That comes with field 79. There's a few trees there as well. And we get field 98, which was one of the long ones, and then field 35, which has got some buildings on there like so. These are 3 separate plots. So this plot here where the main farm is, that's just over 71 grand. Field 98 is 21.5 grand, and plot 35, field 35, is 38,880. Now the field prices aren't too bad because they're not huge, but they're not too bad, to be honest with you. And I think the largest and smallest field are right next door to each other, and field 49 is the most expensive, 103,000, just over. 48, as far as I can tell, is the cheapest, 11,640. There is a few chunks of forestry down the bottom here to buy. So that big plot, 95,000. This one's 57. Some little bits of forestry where there's tree come with fields. So like 39 there's got a bit of forestry down the bottom. There's also a couple of little chunks like that and that. Also there, and I think that's it. Oh, that little strip there and there. So yeah, that is it. There is an outside of the map, sort of periphery. It takes in this river, all of this outside, and also this plot here, which has got a few sell points on there like that. If you want to buy that, it's just over 20 grand. As far as I can tell, you can't really access this outside edge though. There is a few trees around it. I tried it just over here and I got the red cross. It wouldn't let me go any further really. The placeable area I think they talk about in the description is here. That is 13,464. That's the only area I can sort of tell that is sort of clear for you to put down your own sort of farm, build your own farm. There is only one production chain on here. That is the old grain mill, which has been modded in, which is pretty cool. I'll cover that in a second. There's no BGA, so you will have to place one down if you so wish to. possibly on this area, or clear a few trees, whatever you want to. So we will tour around in a minute. Everything else is pretty much just sell points, so I think I've covered all of that. Sorry, I'll stay on that menu. It actually says there, bottom right, 100 collectibles, whereas in the description it says 50, so I'm not sure how many there actually is. It's between 50 and 100, I should imagine. Obviously no production points, we don't own any yet. There's only one on the map. There is contracts, and we do own the old cow shed for cows. We'll have a wander around the farm, and then I'll talk about slot counts. We do have a very cool looking farmhouse, which I like very much. Can't go inside, but our sleep trigger is on the front doorstep. And if I make my way around carefully, around the back here on these steps, we do have our wardrobe, so you can change your clothes around there. And then in here, which is this garage, we do have some of our machinery. I'll cover that in more detail in a second. Can turn the lights on wherever you're stood in here. It is a drive-through as well. You do have to open these doors individually, but they both will open up. That is one of the mods. We've got our farm silo. That's the standard in-game 400,000 litre capacity standard crop in, pipe out. Then we've got this shed, some more equipment, as you can see. We've got a large petrol tank, fuel tank, which is empty, so you can fill that up from here, up to 15,000 litres. And then we have our cow barn, which is the modded in thing. Now this is quite a cool building, but this is a bit odd, because we can go inside. Nice animations. There's no area for your cows to appear, so we've got a dialogue box there. I'll come back to in a second. We've got a milk point, I think, here, and then I'm guessing your feed and your straw triggers through there. Now the manure I'm not 100% sure on, possibly through here. You'd have to muck them out yourselves. This is pretty cool though. We can go upstairs. There is lights. Where is it? I think it was here actually. Yeah, lights. You do have these little buttons spotted around. You can use this as a hayloft. There is some more lights there with a on-off switch, and it goes all through here. So you can open all these doors, use it as a hayloft, and it has got lights here. Right, my first issue is the cows. Dialogue box is here. This will hold 40 cows. What I'm going to do is we will get 40 cows. Where are they then? Because they're not in here. We've got these ones. If we open these doors, like so. Well, we have a point there. That's possibly slurry. Or is that manure? I don't know. But where are these cows? So, yeah, that's a bit odd. First thing I noticed. I hope they're not upstairs. Let's have a quick check. No. So, yeah, that's a bit random. I'm not too sure about that. But that is the farm, basically, guys. That is it. It's not too bad farm. Right. First of all, I'll go through modded in things. So in sheds, we have the two sheds you've just seen, like so. Then we have in farmhouses, the farmhouse you've just seen, 70 grand. Very nice farmhouse indeed. In productions and under factories, we've got the modded in old grain mill. Now this is pretty cool because this isn't just your standard grain mill that produces flour. This will take sunflowers, olives, canola as well, and then you can obviously produce canola oil, olive oil and sunflower oil, so that's pretty cool. I like that. That's a nice mod in. Then we do have under animals the cow shed or cow barn you've just seen, and that is it for the modded in things. The painting, there is a few extra things there. We've got animal mud, asphalt, dirt, forest ground, grass, dry grass, a couple of dry grasses, a few gravels, rock, granite, rock again, another gravel, dirt, and that is it. So a few extra things there. That is pretty much it. In terms of slot counts and machinery, in new farmer mode, the slot count is 792, and you get this machinery. You get the machinery across all three modes actually, so you get all this equipment I'm going to show you in all three modes, but the slot counts are slightly different. So in new farmer mode, 792. We get a Zeta in small tractors. We've got the John Deere 7810 and the Massey Ferguson 3670 in medium tractors. We've got the Deutschfahrt Topline harvester, Lizard pickup, Balga trailer, header for your harvester, Agramash plough, the Rabe cultivator, Nordsten seeder, Agramash planter, header trailer, and a couple of 750 kilogram 10 winkle weights. So that is the equipment you start off with in all three modes. Now if you sell off of all of this equipment in new farmer mode, you can get the slot count down from 792 to 671, but you can get it down even further, because if you sell off all the buildings, sheds, fuel tank, silo, etc., everything on here, cow barn, get rid of those walls over there with the hedges in between, because that will reduce the slot count. You get the slot count down to 597. In farm manager and start from scratch mode, you start off, like I say, with all the same machinery, but none of these sheds and buildings are here. Nothing. No silo, farmhouse, nothing. So nothing is here, and the slot count is 718. And then again, if you sell off all the machinery and vehicles, you'll get that slot count down to 597. Right, that is enough. Let's get touring around this map. I quite like it. It brought back memories of my map tour on FS19, and I seem to remember I liked the map on there. And I think I quite like it on this one. It's got a nice feel about it. So over in this yard, you can't go in any of these buildings. I'm just going to have to drive around this man. It's a little bit tricky in through here, but just up round the back here we've got our first sale point, and this is barn in village. So it's going to be like your bale sale point, or your loose grass, hay, straw, etc., silage. So that is our first sale point. Like I say, a little bit tight through there. You could probably use that track just there and cut across the trees. This way next, I believe, past the farmhouse, over a nice cool little bridge, and then just there we have another sale point, and that is purchase from local farmer 2. So that's going to be all for your sort of like produce, your pallets of strawberries and tomatoes, etc. And then from there, oh, I was looking at my notes then. Wouldn't be a map tour without a crash, would it? From there we're going to zoom up this road. Obviously, as you can just see, we do have traffic on here and there is people walking around, but it's quite nice, bright, open, light map, nice and bright and breezy. I've taken the wrong turning, I want this one. And this is the area I remembered straight away from FS19, because it's pretty much exactly the same. So we've got another sale point there for your bells. That is just called barn. So plenty of options along that front. Just here on the left we've got a fuel station again. next door to that here is the dairy, and then tucked in the corner we've got a lime station buy point where you can get your lime from. We've got a way station just there, and then also just here we've got another sell point. This is going to be one of like your main sell points for your crops and grains. This is grain elevator. I'm just wondering if we could actually sell that. No, we can't. I thought I might have missed that and missed the slot count. Excuse me, sir. Right, back down this way. And then we need to swing a left. This next sell point I quite like. It's something a bit different. It is kind of plonked out of the way. But just down in here, look, we've got a nice big manure heap. So we've got a sell point here for manure and slurry, which is pretty cool. Back out of there, and we'll go left again. So even though it's a small map, it doesn't feel like claustrophobic. So that's the kind of little bits of forestry I'm talking about that are attached onto fields, so you could probably clear that and just push that field out a little bit further. And we want to go this way. But it's quite cool, it's got some nice detail. It definitely does have a Polish feel to it. There's a lot of people about though walking around. Just in here, sorry sir to run you over, just there is, what was this one? This was the other purchase from local farmer. This is just the number one, I guess. So again, for all your sort of like produce. And then if we cut through this way, I think it was this way. Need to remember my bearings now. And I remember this part as well from FS19 because you've got a train track there, but that's purely just for decoration, nothing else. And this area here right in front of us is another sort of main sale point. This is village grain elevator, and then this is pretty cool as well. If we go around this way, we've got our sawmill tucked up this back edge, but this is a sell point again. It's not a production point, so you can sell wood chips here, and then your wood sell point, your timber, is just over here in this corner. So again, you can't buy that as a production chain, that is just sell points. I'll quickly show you where we've been. So we started off at the main farm, I cut through there around that tight bit to the first barn sale point across there. This was local farmer one. We went all the way up there, we did all these, another barn sale point, fuel, dairy, lime station, grain elevator, across there, down in there, that's the manure heap, and then we went like that down into there, that's the other local farmer sale point. Back out, we went all the way around like that, and we're down here now for the sawmill and to the other grain elevator. So we're going to take this track and route, and we're going to finish off up round here. So pretty straightforward. Like I say, not a huge map. I've missed my turning now, guys. There we go, that's where we wanted to go. But it does look pretty cool though, look. Nice and open, like I say. A nice distance texture. You can see right across there, that building and the cars going by. Oh, I didn't notice that before, that's a bit. There's also one of those guys there, look. I just noticed that. I think another pretty cool thing about maps, you don't always notice everything on your first go round, do you? Oh, I've gone the wrong way as well. I wanted to show you the shop first. We'll let these cars go. Go on. Just in this area. Let's jump out. So we've got, this is our shop area. New Holland dealership by the look of it. Got vehicle workshop area and a trigger there. Your shop menu's just there, and then your animal dealer is right next door. So that's going to come up with just one of those because that is the only one we've got. Just quickly show you. Oh, so annoying sometimes the traffic. You've only got to get near them and they just suddenly brake, don't they? So I think this is the area, the placeable area. As you can see, it is flat, it's open, it's ready to go. So that possibly is where they meet. Dear oh dear. It's turning into a disaster for driving. Oh, now there's deer on the road. There's one in the back of the truck. What is happening? Right, I'm going to stop here because I'm going to show you that. There you go, there's the red crosses already, but there's tons of trees over through there. But it's going to stop us there. That's a brick wall there. So, there you go. Right, on our left, just over there, we do have purchase of pallets, which again is another sale point. So that's going to be where you can sell your produce, your lettuce, tomatoes, etc. And then just there we've got purchase agro pole, which is like another main sale point. And if we go this way, here is the very, very cool modded in old grain mill. So obviously, as you can see, it's a windmill. Very smart. And you can tip in there. Another cool thing, if you come up to there, that lifts up. Now whether you have to open that to tip in, I'm not sure, I haven't tested it. But obviously if you buy it, 23 grand, so not very dear at all. Pretty cool. Your pallets, I would imagine, would appear out here. There is a light switch there and there's a light there, but I think the trigger of that is too close. So there you go. Anyway, look at that, that's pretty cool. That is it. That is Wosnice or Wosnice. So where did we finish off on? We did this area, didn't we? Cut through there, up, shop and animal dealer, back out, did these two sale points, and now we finished off at the old grain mill. But I hope you have all enjoyed the map tour. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snubby. Stay frosty.